water droplets beating on a lotus leaf, the craggy texture of limestone, sunlight filtering through the mist, creating ethereal rays. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to sail through a dream, to drift through a landscape so surreal, so ancient, that it feels like you've stepped into a forgotten world? Welcome to Halong Bay, a place where emerald waters cradle thousands of limestone karsts, each one a testament to the Earth's enduring artistry. Our journey begins not with a map, but with a touch. Feel the rough surface of these stone giants, weathered by wind and water for over 500 million years. This isn't just rock, it's a library of time. Imagine this entire region submerged beneath a warm, shallow sea. Over countless millennia, the skeletal remains of marine creatures, rich in calcium carbonate, settled on the ocean floor. Layer upon layer, they compressed, hardened, and transformed into the thick beds of limestone that form the foundation of the bay. Then, the earth began to shift. Tectonic forces pushed and buckled, lifting this vast limestone plateau from the depths. This was just the beginning of the sculpting process. For millions of years, the relentless power of rainwater, acidic from carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, went to work. It seeped into cracks and fissures, slowly dissolving the limestone in a process called chemical weathering. It carved out intricate networks of caves and grottos, hollowing the great towers from the inside out. Visuals shift to wide, sweeping drone shots of the bay, showing the vastness and scale of the karsts rising from the water. As ice ages came and went, sea levels rose and fell dramatically. When the waters receded, the bay became a vast, undulating plain, with these limestone towers standing like sentinels. Rivers flowed through this landscape, carving valleys and further shaping the base of the karsts. Then, as the last ice age ended around 10,000 years ago, the sea returned, flooding the valleys and leaving only the peaks of these magnificent formations visible. What we see today, this breathtaking seascape of islands, Atlantis, the result of this epic, cyclical dance between land and sea. Each islet, whether it's shaped like a fighting cock or a contemplative old man, is a chapter in this grand geological saga. But Halong Bay is more than just a geological marvel. It's a living, breathing ecosystem. Hidden within these stone fortresses are secret lagoons, accessible only through low-tide arches, where the water is calm and life flourishes. In seclusion, the bay is a sanctuary for a rich diversity of flora and fauna, many of which are unique to this specific environment. Ancient cycads, plants that have existed since the time of the dinosaurs, cling to the sheer cliffs, their roots finding purchase in the tiniest of crevices. Visuals transition to the floating villages. We see close-ups of daily life, a woman tending to a fish farm, children paddling small boats to school, a family sharing a meal on their floating porch. And just as nature has adapted to this vertical world, so has humanity. For generations, this bay has not just been a place to visit. It has been a home. Gently drifting across these placid waters are entire floating villages, a vibrant human tapestry woven into the fabric of the bay itself. Here, life moves to a different rhythm, dictated not by clocks, but by the ebb and flow of the tides. Homes, schools, and markets are all built on floating platforms, tethered together to form resilient, waterborne communities. Look closely. You'll see the intricate dance of daily life. Fishermen cast their nets, their movements practiced and patient, a skill passed down through countless generations. Their boats, painted with traditional eyes to guide them safely, are not just tools, but extensions of their homes. The water is their livelihood, providing sustenance and a means of trade. Children, as comfortable on the water as they are on land, paddled small boats with effortless grace, their laughter echoing across the calm surface. Living here requires a deep, almost instinctual understanding of the sea. Families know the currents, the weather patterns, and the secret spots where the best fish can be found. Their connection to the bay is profound. It is a relationship of respect and reciprocity. The sea provides for them, and in return, they are its guardians. This way of life, while facing the pressures of the modern world, demonstrates an incredible harmony between people and their environmental lesson in sustainability that the rest of us could learn from. Visuals show the interior of a cave like Thien Kung or Sung Sat, with dramatic lighting on the stalactites and stalagmites. Now, let us venture into the hidden heart of the karsts themselves. Beyond the sunlit waters, a subterranean world awaits. The same water that carved the islands from above also sculpted magnificent palaces below. We enter a grotto, and the air immediately cools. The sound of dripping water is the only metronome in this silent stone cathedral. Light from our guides. Torch dances across colossal chambers, revealing breathtaking formations. Stalactites, like shimmering icicles, hang from the ceiling, formed by millennia of mineral-rich water droplets. Below them, stalagmites rise from the cave floor, reaching upward as if to meet their counterparts. Sometimes they do meet, forming colossal pillars that seem to support the very mountains above us. These formations take on fantastical shapes, and local legends have given them names that spark the imagination. A dragon coiled in sleep, a gathering of celestial beings. A royal court frozen in stone. Standing here, you can't help but feel a sense of awe. You are standing inside a work of art that has been in progress for hundreds of thousands of years. A process that continues with every single drop of water. It's a humbling reminder of nature's patience and its power as a master sculptor. Visuals transition to sunset over the bay. The sky is ablaze with orange, pink, and purple, reflecting perfectly on the still water. A traditional junk boat sails slowly across the frame. As daylight begins to fade, Halong Bay reveals its most magical transformation. The setting sun casts a warm, golden glow upon the limestone towers, painting their gray faces with hues of fire. The shadows lengthen, deepening the mystery of the landscape. The water becomes a mirror, reflecting the spectacular colors of the sky, blurring the line between heaven and earth. The world grows quiet, save for the gentle lapping of waves against the hull of our boat. This is the golden hour, a moment of pure tranquility where time itself seems to slow down. It's in these quiet moments that you truly connect with the spirit of the bay. You understand why it has inspired poets, artists, and dreamers. For centuries, the name Halong translates to descending dragon. Legend has it that when Vitnam was defending itself against invaders, the god sent a family of dragons to help. These dragons spat out jewels and jade, which transformed into the islands and islets of the bay, forming a great wall to protect the people. When the battle was won, the dragons were so enchanted by the beauty of this earthly paradise that they chose to remain here. Whether born from geological forces or mythical dragons, the result is the same. A place of otherworldly beauty that captures the soul. Sailing through Halong Bay is more than a trip. It's a pilgrimage to a world where nature's power is on full display, where human resilience is etched into the water, and where every sunset promises a moment of profound peace. It's a living, breathing record of Earth's history, and a reminder of the quiet, enduring beauty that still exists in our world. The name Halong translates to descending dragon, and as the first light of dawn breaks, you can almost see why. Mist weaves through the jagged limestone karsts, creating an ethereal veil over the emerald waters. The gentle lapping of waves against the shore is a rhythm as old as time itself. From this Bay is a breathtaking puzzle of over 1,600 islands. Some sheer and imposing, others crowned with lush, green forests, their reflections dancing in the calm waters below. This isn't just a destination, it's an awakening of the senses. A place that commands reverence and wonder. The air here is thick with the scent of salt and damp earth, each ripple on the water hinting at the mysteries hidden beneath the surface. It's a testament to nature's incredible artistry, sculpted over 500 million years. But Halong Bay is more than just its stunning geology. It's a place steeped in legend. The story goes that when Vitnam was newly formed, it was under attack by invaders from the north. To protect the fledgling nation, the gods sent a family of dragons as protectors. These emerald barriers formed a magnificent fortress, against which the enemy ships crashed and shattered. After the victory, the dragons, captivated by the peaceful beauty of the landscape they had created, chose to stay. The mother dragon made her home in what we now call Halong Bay, and her children settled in the nearby by Halong Bay. This legend isn't just a fairy tale told to tourists. It's woven into the very fabric of Vietnamese culture and identity. It speaks of a deep connection between the people and their land, a story of divine protection and enduring strength. As you glide through these waters on a traditional junk boat, you can feel the power of that myth. Every towering cliff, every hidden grotto seems to echo with the whispers of this ancient tale. Now, let's journey deeper into this labyrinth of water and stone. The real magic of Halong Bay reveals itself when you get up close. Forget just looking from a distance. This is a world you need to immerse yourself in. One of the best ways to do that is by kayak. Paddling your own small craft allows you to navigate through narrow archways and hidden lagoons that are inaccessible to the larger boats. Imagine gliding silently through a stone archway, the water so clear you can see the coral below, and emerging into a secluded, circular lagoon, completely enclosed by towering cliffs. These are called hongs, and finding one feels like discovering a secret world. The only sounds are the dip of your paddle and the call of a distant seabird. It's in these quiet, intimate moments that you truly connect with the soul of the bay. You can touch the rough, weathered limestone, feel the cool spray on your face, and marvel at the tenacity of the plants clinging to life on the vertical rock faces. For those looking for a different kind of adventure, the bay offers countless caves to explore. These are not just dark holes in the rock. They are magnificent subterranean palaces. Take Tien Kung Ka Bay, or the Cave of the Heavenly Palace. Stepping inside is like entering another dimension. Stalactites and stalagmites, formed over millennia, create fantastical shapes that locals have named after animals and mythical figures. With clever lighting, these formations come alive, telling stories of dragons, celestial beings, and epic battles. Another must-see is Sung Sat Cave, or Surprise Cave, and it lives up to its name. You enter through a small opening and navigate a narrow passage, thinking you've seen it all, and then it opens up into a second chamber, so vast and spectacular it takes your breath away. The ceiling is over 100 feet high, and the chamber is large enough to hold 1,000 people. It is a geological masterpiece that makes you feel incredibly small in the face of nature as grand design. But Halong Bay isn't an untouched wilderness. It's a living, breathing community. For generations, people have made their homes not on the land, but on the water itself. These floating villages are one of the most unique and fascinating aspects of the bay. Entire communities exist on interconnected houseboats and floating platforms. There are houses, schools, shops, and even police stations, all bobbing gently on the waves. Visiting one of these villages, like Kuavan or Vungyat, offers an incredible glimpse into a way of life that is both resilient and deeply connected to the sea. You'll see children paddling to school in small bamboo boats, fishermen mending their nets, and families going about their daily lives against the most spectacular backdrop imaginable. Their lives are governed by the tides and the seasons. They are master mariners and expert fishermen. Their knowledge of the bay's currents and secret fishing spots passed down through generations. However, this traditional way of life is changing. In recent years, for reasons of environmental protection and to provide better access to education and healthcare, the government has been relocating many of the villagers to the mainland. While this offers new opportunities, it also marks the slow end of an era. Witnessing these floating communities is a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between preserving cultural heritage and embracing modern progress. Their story is a vital part of the soul of Halong Bay, a testament to human adaptability and the enduring spirit of a people who live in harmony with the sea. Engaging with the locals, perhaps by buying fresh seafood directly from a fisherman's boat, is an experience that enriches any visit, connecting you to the true heart of this incredible place. As the sun begins its descent, Halong Bay undergoes another magical transformation. The sky ignites in a fiery palette of orange, pink, and purple, casting a warm, golden glow over the entire landscape. The limestone karsts, which were sharp and defined in the midday sun, soften into majestic silhouettes against the vibrant sky. This is, without a doubt, the most enchanting time of day. Spending a night on a cruise boat is an experience you will never forget. As dusk settles, the anchor drops in a quiet, secluded Kobe, the day trippers have all gone home, and a profound sense of peace descends upon the bay. The only sounds are the gentle lapping of water and the murmur of conversation from other boats. The air cools, and the stars begin to emerge, scattered like diamonds on black velvet, brighter than you've ever seen them, far from the light pollution of the cities. Many cruises offer activities like evening squid fishing, a simple yet surprisingly thrilling experience, using just a bamboo rod and a bright light to attract the squid. You connect with a timeless local pastime. Or you can simply relax on the sun deck, drink in hand, and watch the celestial show unfold above you. Waking up the next morning in the middle of this natural wonder is equally magical. You can start your day with a Tai Chi session on the deck as the sun rises, its first rays cutting through the morning mist. Or take an early morning swim in the cool, emerald water. It's a moment of pure serenity, a feeling of being completely detached from the stresses of the modern world. Staying overnight allows you to experience the full spectrum of Halong Bay's beauty, from the energy of the day to the tranquility of the night. It's not just about seeing the bay, it's about living it, even if just for one night. A journey to Halong Bay is more than a vacation. It's a pilgrimage to a world where nature's power and human imagination intertwine. It's a place that challenges your perspective, fills you with awe, and leaves an indelible mark on your soul. From the ancient legends of descending dragons to the geological marvels that took millions of years to form. From the thrill of kayaking into a hidden lagoon to the quiet dignity of the floating villages. From the fiery sunsets to the starlit nights, every moment here is a memory in the making. Halong Bay reminds us of the planet's incredible beauty and the importance of preserving these natural treasures for future generations. It's a living, evolving landscape that tells a story of creation, resilience, and wonder. So, when you plan your next adventure, consider letting the current guide you to the Bay of the Descending Dragon. Come and witness the legend for yourself. Come and find your own moment of awakening in the emerald heart of Vietnam. Scene opens with a breathtaking, slow-motion aerial drone shot of Halong Bay at sunrise. The camera glides over the limestone karsts, their reflections perfect in the emerald water. What you're seeing isn't a dream, although it certainly feels like one. This is Halong Bay, Vietnam. From up here, it looks like a giant's treasure, scattered across the sea, a breathtaking puzzle of thousands of limestone islands. Some stand tall and defiant, sheer cliffs rising from the depths. Others are draped in a lush, green cloak of vegetation, their peaks touching the morning clouds. Look at the water. It's a flawless mirror, reflecting the sky, the islands, the very essence of this timeless landscape. This isn't just a place. It's a masterpiece sculpted by nature over millions of years. Every curve of the rock, every hidden cove, is a testament to the planet's incredible patience and artistry. Can you feel it? The sheer, quiet power of this place. It's a feeling that seeps into your soul. As the sun climbs higher, painting the sky in shades of gold and orange, the bay begins to awaken. Watch closely. You'll see the local fishing boats, like graceful water striders, gliding across the surface. Their long, silent wakes carve delicate patterns into the calm water, temporary lines on a canvas that has remained unchanged for millennia. These boats are the lifeblood of Halong Bay, connecting the ancient with the present, a tradition passed down through countless generations. Listen. If you quiet your mind, you can almost hear it. The distant calls of seabirds echoing off the cliffs, a natural symphony playing just for us. Each ripple on the water, each gust of wind that whispers through the jungle canopy, hints at the mysteries hidden beneath the surface and within the island caves. This bay is a library of stories, holding legends of dragons, tales of ancient and the quiet, daily lives of the people who call this paradise home. The name Halong translates to descending dragon. Legend has it that the gods sent a family of dragons to help the Vietnamese people defend their land against invaders. When the battle was won, the dragons were so enchanted by the peaceful scenery that they decided to stay, with the mother dragon settling in what we now know as Halong Bay. It's a powerful story, isn't it? And when you're here, surrounded by this otherworldly beauty, it's easy to believe. Every island feels like a sleeping guardian. Every shadow holds a secret. This isn't just a tourist destination. It's a sacred space where mythology and geology are one and the same. It's a place that commands respect and inspires. We're about to go deeper. We'll leave the grand, panoramic view behind and journey down into the heart of the bay. We'll explore the hidden lagoons, navigate through a maze of karsts, and paddle our kayaks into caves that glow with an ethereal light. We'll meet the local people, taste the food that comes directly from these waters, and listen to their stories. We'll discover what it's like to live in a floating village, where the rhythm of life is dictated by the tides and the stars. Think of this as your personal invitation, an invitation to step through a doorway into a world where time seems to slow down. Our journey today is more than just sightseeing. It's about connecting with nature in its purest form, connecting with a rich and vibrant culture, and perhaps connecting with a part of yourself that yearns for adventure and tranquility. The magic of Halong Bay isn't just in what you see, but in what you feel. It's the sense of being small in the face of such immense, ancient beauty. It is the peace that settles over you as your boat drifts silently between the great limestone pillars. It's the thrill of discovering a secluded beach, all your own, tucked away in a hidden cove. It's the warmth of the sun on your skin and the cool mist from the sea. Throughout our exploration, we'll uncover the geological wonders that created this unique ecosystem. We'll learn how these towering karsts were formed from ancient coral reefs, slowly eroded by water and wind over 500 million years. It's a story of creation, destruction, and rebirth, written in stone. We'll also dive into the bay's more recent history, its role in Vietnam's long struggle for independence, and how it has become a UNESCO World Heritage Site, protected for all of humanity to cherish. So, are you ready? Ready to witness Halong Bay in all its glory, to sense its ancient spirit, and to begin a journey that will stay with you long after you've returned home? This is more than just a video. It's the beginning of an adventure. Together, we're going to explore every nook and cranny of this legendary landscape. From high above, the world unfolds into a breathtaking puzzle. Thousands of limestone islands, scattered like emerald jewels, rise majestically from the tranquil, jade-green waters. Some stand as sheer, formidable fortresses, while others are draped in lush, vibrant vegetation, their perfect reflections dancing on the mirror-like surface below, a living testament to the incredible patience and artistry of nature itself. This is Halong Bay. Can you feel it? The air here is thick with the scent of salt and damp earth, a primal aroma that connects you to the very soul of this place. Every gentle ripple on the water whispers of the mysteries hidden in the depths, secrets held for millennia. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, a timeless scene begins to play out. Local boats, with their distinctive sails, start their slow, graceful dance across the bay. Their wakes create intricate, fleeting patterns on the water, like a calligrapher's brushstroke on a silk scroll. In the distance, the calls of seabirds echo against the colossal cliffs, a natural symphony that has played for ages. Here, in this awe-inspiring panorama, everything converges. The grand sweep of history, the enchanting power of legend, and the vibrant pulse of everyday life all meet in a spectacular fusion. Consider this your personal invitation, a doorway into the heart of Halong Bay. We're about to witness its glory, feel its ancient power, and embark on a journey deep into its captivating stories. Are you ready to explore one of the world's most stunning natural wonders? Long before this bay was ever marked on a sailor's chart, it was a realm of myth and magic, a stage 4 epic. Tales of dragons, gods, and giants. The very name Halong translates to descending dragon, and the legend behind it is as dramatic as the landscape itself. The story goes that when the ancient Vietnamese people were defending their new country from invaders, the gods sent a family of dragons to help. These celestial beings descended from the heavens, spitting countless jewels and jade into the sea. These divine gems instantly transformed into the thousands of islands and islets you see today, forming an impenetrable, natural fortress that shattered the enemy's ships. After the battle was won, the dragons, captivated by the serene beauty of the bay they had created, chose to remain. The place where the mother dragon descended is what we now call Halong Bay, and the smaller bays nearby are where her children landed. So, as we navigate through these dramatic formations, remember, you're not just seeing rocks. You're witnessing the remnants of a divine intervention, the final resting places of mythical dragons. Every towering cliff, every hidden grotto, holds a piece of this ancient story. Their jagged outlines a silhouette of the dragons who protect this land. This powerful origin story isn't just a fairy tale. It's woven into the very identity of the Vietnamese people and the spirit of the bay. It speaks of protection, resilience, and a deep, spiritual connection to the natural world. As we glide through the water, you can almost feel that protective presence. Each island has its own name, its own story. There's Fighting Cock's Islet, where two rock formations appear locked in an eternal battle. There's Stone Dog Islet, standing guard at the entrance to a fishing village. These aren't just geological formations. They are characters in a grand, ongoing narrative. Every whisper of the wind carries a fragment of an ancient myth, and the lapping waves tell tales of heroes and deities. And the caves here are another chapter entirely. Tien Kung Kabe, the Cave of the Heavenly Palace, is a stunning underground world filled with stalactites and stalagmites that local lore has shaped into scenes from the dragon legend itself. Inside, you can imagine the grand wedding of the Dragon Prince, with sculpted figures of gods, animals, and celestial beings celebrating in stone. It feels like stepping into another dimension, where myth and reality are indistinguishable. The sheer scale and intricate beauty of these subterranean palaces are enough to leave you speechless. They are cathedrals built by nature, decorated with the dreams of a nation. This connection to the past is what makes Halong Bay so much more than just a pretty picture. It's a living museum, a library of legends written in stone and water. By exploring this place, we're not just tourists. We become part of its story. We become witnesses to the legend, keepers of the myth. It's a journey that challenges you to see the world with a sense of wonder, to look at a rock and see a dragon, to listen to the wind and hear a story. But the stories of Halong Bay aren't all confined to the distant mythical past. The bay is also a canvas for more recent history, a silent witness to centuries of human endeavor and conflict. Its strategic location near the Chinese border and its labyrinth of islands made it a perfect hideout for pirates and a critical defensive position during times of war. For generations, fishermen have navigated these same waters, their lives intertwined with the bay's rhythms. They've built floating villages, creating entire communities that rise and fall with the tide. These villages are a marvel of human ingenuity and adaptation. Imagine living your entire life on the water, where your front yard is a vast expanse of emerald sea and your neighbors are just a short boat ride away. Schools, shops, and homes all float, tethered together in a close-knit community. The children learn to swim before they can walk and learn to row a boat as naturally as other kids learn to ride a bike. This way of life, passed down through generations, is a testament to the resilience and resourcefulness of the human spirit. It's a culture built on a deep respect for the water, for the community, and for the delicate balance of their unique ecosystem. Visiting one of these floating villages is like stepping back in time. You see fishermen mending their nets, women preparing the day's catch, and children laughing as they paddle small boats from one house to another. It is a powerful reminder that this UNESCO World Heritage Site is not just a monument to be admired from a distance. It's a living, breathing home. Their stories are ones of survival, community, and an unbreakable bond with the bay that sustains them. As we continue our journey, think about the layers of history beneath our boat. Underneath these calm waters lay shipwrecks from ancient naval battles and artifacts from bygone eras. The bay has seen dynasties rise and fall. It played a significant role during the Vietnam War, with its caves used as hidden hospitals and supply caches. The history here is palpable. You can feel the echoes of the past all around you. Each secluded cove could have been a pirate's lair. Each narrow channel a strategic passage in a naval blockade. By understanding this rich tapestry of human history, our appreciation for Halong Bay deepens. It becomes more than just a geological wonder. It transforms into a profound cultural landscape. It's a place where the grandeur of nature and the tenacity of humanity are interwoven, creating a story that is both epic and deeply personal. We are floating through a living history book, and every island, every cave, every floating home is a page waiting to be read. As our boat glides silently through the maze of limestone karsts, let's take a moment to truly appreciate the incredible biodiversity that thrives here. Halong Bay is not just a collection of beautiful rocks. It's a complex and delicate ecosystem, teeming with life both above and below the water. The islands themselves, which might look barren from a distance, are actually home to a rich variety of plants, many of which are unique to this region. Ancient cycads, hardy orchids, and tenacious figs cling to the limestone cliffs, their roots finding purchase in the tiniest of crevices. This is a vertical jungle, a testament to the persistence of life in the most challenging of environments. Look closely at the cliffs, and you might spot a family of monkeys foraging for food. Their playful antics, a delightful contrast to the silent, stoic cliffs. The bay is also a haven for birdwatchers, with dozens of species soaring overhead or nesting in the inaccessible ledges. The symphony of their calls is the constant soundtrack of Halong Bay, a reminder of the vibrant life that flourishes here. But the real magic, the heart of the bay's ecosystem, lies beneath the surface. The waters of Halong Bay are a nursery for a vast array of marine life. The intricate network of coral reefs, though facing challenges from climate change, still supports a dazzling variety of fish, crustaceans, and mollusks. For the local fishing communities, these waters are their lifeblood, providing sustenance and a livelihood that has been passed down for centuries. This is a world of incredible biological richness, with thousands of species of fish and invertebrates making their home in these protected waters. Exploring the bay by kayak offers a unique, intimate perspective on this ecosystem. Paddling quietly through hidden lagoons, accessible only through low-ceilinged caves, you feel a profound sense of discovery. In these secluded spots, the water is crystal clear, and you can see the marine life going about its day. It's a humbling experience to be a guest in this underwater kingdom, to witness the delicate dance of life that unfolds just below your paddle. You realize that every part of this ecosystem is connected, from the smallest plankton to the largest fishing boat. The conservation of this precious environment is one of the most important stories of Halong Bay today. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, there are ongoing efforts to protect it from the pressures of tourism and pollution. Choosing responsible tour operators, respecting the local environment, and learning about these conservation initiatives are ways that we, as visitors, can contribute to preserving this natural wonder for future generations. Halong Bay has survived for millions of years, and it's our shared responsibility to ensure its stories, both natural and human, continue to be told for millions more. It's a paradise, but a fragile one, and its future depends on our respect and care. As the sun begins its descent, painting the sky in fiery hues of orange, pink, and gold, Halong Bay undergoes its most magical transformation. The limestone karsts, which stood sharp and defined in the daylight, now soften into majestic, dark silhouettes against the vibrant twilight sky. The water becomes a canvas, reflecting the spectacular celestial show above. This is the golden hour, a time of profound peace and breathtaking beauty. The day trippers have departed, and a tranquil hush falls over the bay, broken only by the gentle lapping of water against the hull of our boat. There is a reason why so many travelers choose to spend the night on a traditional junk boat here. It's to witness this. It's to experience the bay in its most serene and intimate state. As darkness falls completely, a blanket of stars emerges, brighter and clearer than you can imagine, far from the light pollution of the city. The sky is so vast, the stars so numerous, it feels as though you could reach out and touch them. The gentle rocking of the boat, the cool night air, the silent majesty of the islands standing like ancient guardians in the dark abyss. An experience that borders on the spiritual. It's a moment for reflection, for gratitude, and for feeling truly connected to the universe. This journey through Halong Bay is more than just a trip. It's an immersion. We've traveled through time, from the mythical age of dragons to the modern-day lives of floating villages. We've explored its geography, from the highest peaks of its limestone islands to the hidden depths of its underwater world, and we've felt its spirit, a powerful blend of natural grandeur, ancient legend, and human resilience. Halong Bay teaches us about the artistry of nature, the power of myth, and the beauty of a life lived in harmony with the environment. It leaves an indelible mark on your soul. The memories of these towering cliffs, the taste of the salty air, and the sight of that incredible sunset will stay with you long after you've returned home. It is a reminder that there are still places in the world that can fill you with a profound sense of awe and wonder. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through the heart of Vietnam's legendary Halong Bay. I hope you've been as inspired and moved by its beauty and stories as I am. If you enjoyed this adventure, please give this video a thumbs up. And do you want to forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our next exploration. Until then, keep exploring and keep wondering. Have you ever looked at a landscape so breathtaking, so otherworldly, that it felt like it was plucked straight from a fantasy novel? Welcome to Halong Bay, a place where reality is woven with myth, and every limestone karst tells a story thousands of years old. Today, we're not just sightseeing, we're journeying back in time, to an era of legends, dragons, and divine intervention. Long before this magnificent bay was charted by sailors and celebrated by travelers, it was a sacred canvas for Vietnam's most enduring legends. The name itself, Halong, translates to descending dragon. And that name holds the key to the bay's creation story. A tale of courage, protection, and celestial power. Picture this. Ancient Vietnam, a newly formed country, is facing a grave threat from powerful invaders from the sea. The people, outnumbered and desperate, prayed to the heavens for a miracle. Their pleas did not go unanswered. The gods, moved by their plight, sent a mother dragon and her children hurtling down from the sky to defend the vulnerable land. As the enemy ships charged towards the shore, the dragons didn't breathe fire. Instead, they opened their mouths and spat out countless pearls, jewels, and giant pieces of jade. The moment these celestial gems touched the water, they transformed into thousands of towering islands and islets, creating an impenetrable emerald fortress. The invaders' ships, sailing at full speed, crashed into this sudden maze of rock and were utterly destroyed. The threat was neutralized, and Vietnam was saved. After the battle, the dragons chose not to return to the heavens. They had grown fond of the peaceful land and the grateful people they had protected. The mother dragon made her home in the bay where the battle took place, which we now know as Halong Bay. Her children settled in the nearby waters, an area we call by Long Bay, meaning bowing to the dragon's children, and the place where their tails thrashed the water, creating a vast white sand beach, is now known as Bach Long Vi Island, the tale of the white dragon. This isn't just a bedtime story, it's the very soul of Halong Bay. As you glide through these calm, emerald waters, look closely at the jagged formations rising dramatically around you. Each one is said to be a piece of that divine jade, a fragment of a dragon's breath. The sheer cliffs, the hidden grottos, and the deep, mysterious caves. Local lore says these are the very resting places of those mythical beasts, their spirits still watching over the bay. Think about Dao Go Cave, or the Cave of Wooden Stakes. Its name comes from a more recent historical event, but its vast, cathedral-like chambers feel ancient and primal. It's easy to imagine a dragon coiling within its cool, stone walls. Or Sung Sot Cave, the Surprise Cave, with its stunning rock formations that seem to depict scenes from the legend itself. Every stalactite and stalagmite feels like a word in a story written by the earth. This powerful creation myth does more than just explain the bay's unique geology. It speaks to the heart of Vietnamese identity, a deep connection to the land, a belief in resilience, and the conviction that even in the darkest of times, protectors will arise. The dragons are not just mythical creatures. They are symbols of the nation's strength and the divine favor it enjoys. Sailing here, you can feel the legend come alive. The mist that often blankets the peaks in the morning isn't just weather. It's the lingering breath of the dragons. The echoes you hear inside the caves aren't just your own voice. They're whispers of ancient secrets. The way the light plays on the water, turning it from deep green to brilliant turquoise, feels like a flicker of the original magic that created this place. The story of the descending dragons gives Halong Bay a depth that goes far beyond its visual beauty. It transforms a geological wonder into a sacred site. It invites us to see not just rocks and water, but a battlefield of the gods, a fortress of jade, and a cradle for dragons. It reminds us that some places on Earth are so magical, they could only have been born from a legend. So, the next time you see a picture of Halong Bay, or better yet, when you find yourself floating amidst its thousands of islands, remember the story. You're not just in a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You are in the realm of the descending dragon, a place where myth and reality merge, and where the spirit of protection and magic still resides in every peak, every cave, and every ripple in the water. Hello, and welcome. Today, we re-journeying to a place where myth and history are woven into the very fabric of the landscape, a place of breathtaking beauty, where thousands of limestone karsts and islets rise from emerald waters. This is Vietnam's Halong Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But its story begins long before any official recognition. Imagine a time when the newly formed Vietnamese nation faced invaders from the sea. Legend says, the heavens heard their pleas. A family of dragons descended, not with fire, but with something far more precious. Jade and jewels. They spat these treasures into the sea, which transformed into the countless islands and islets we see today. These formations created an impenetrable, labyrinthine barrier, shattering the enemy's fleet and saving the land. The name Halong itself means descending dragon, a name that echoes this powerful origin story. After their victory, the dragons chose to stay. The mother dragon made her home in what we now call Halong Bay, and her children settled in the nearby Bai Long Bay. As you glide through these waters, look closely at the jagged peaks and dramatic cliffs. Local folklore says these are the very spines and scales of the dragons, now turned to stone, forever watching over the people they protected. Every grotto, every hidden cove, is said to be a part of their eternal slumber. It's a story that transforms a geological wonder into a living, breathing saga. But Halong Bay isn't just a realm of myth. It's a cradle of ancient Vietnamese civilization. Peel back the layers of legend, and you'll find a rich tapestry of human history. Archaeologists have unearthed evidence that people have lived here for tens of thousands of years, from the Soi New culture of the late Paleolithic era to the Halong culture of the Bronze Age. These early inhabitants weren't just passing through. They built a life here, amidst these very karsts. Think about what life would have been like. The bay's natural design was a gift. Its sheltered harbors provided a safe haven from the open sea's storms. The intricate network of islands offered protection not just from the elements, but also from would-be aggressors. The waters, teeming with fish, shrimp, and mollusks, were a reliable source of sustenance. And the caves, some of them vast and cathedral-like, weren't just geological curiosities. They were homes, shelters, and sacred spaces. For centuries, Halong Bay was a silent witness to history. It saw the rise and fall of dynasties. It was a strategic point in naval battles. Its maze-like waterways, both a challenge and an advantage. It was a bustling hub on ancient trade routes, where ships from across Asia would anchor, exchanging goods and stories. The history of Vietnam is etched into these limestone cliffs, from the struggles for independence to the peaceful commerce of daily life. As we sail past a floating village, we see a modern reflection of this ancient way of life. Generations of families continue to live on the water, their lives intrinsically linked to the bay's rhythms. They are the living keepers of Halong's heritage, their culture a direct descendant of those who first found refuge here thousands of years ago. Their floating homes, schools, and markets are a testament to human adaptability and a deep, abiding connection to this unique environment. When you visit Halong Bay, you're not just seeing a beautiful landscape. You are stepping into a storybook, a history lesson, and a living museum all at once. You can feel the whispers of the dragons and the wind that rustles through the leaves on the cliffs. You can sense the echoes of ancient fishermen and the gentle lapping of the waves against your boat. It's a place where the line between the mythical and the real blurs, where every paddle stroke takes you deeper into a story that has been unfolding for millennia. The bay's beauty is a powerful reminder of nature's artistry, but its enduring legacy is the interplay between that nature and the human spirit. From the gods and dragons of legend to the real-life struggles and triumphs of its people, Halong Bay is a microcosm of Vietnam's soul resilient, enchanting, and profoundly deep. It's a place that stays with you long after you've left its emerald waters, a timeless tale of descending dragons and the enduring people they chose to protect. We're setting our sights on a place where emerald waters meet towering limestone karsts, a landscape that seems born from a dream. Vietnam's magnificent Halong Bay. But Halong Bay is more than just a pretty picture. It's a realm where ancient myths breathe and history is etched into every stone. The name Halong translates to descending dragon. Legend tells of a time when Vietnam was under threat from invaders. The gods, seeing the people's plight, sent a mother dragon and her children down from the heavens. These celestial guardians spat out countless jewels, which transformed into the thousands of islands and islets we see today. These emerald sentinels formed an impenetrable fortress, shattering the enemy's ships and saving the land. When the battle was won, the dragons were so captivated by the beauty of the bay they had created, they chose to remain forever protecting the Vietnamese people. As the morning mist rolls across the water, it's easy to imagine these great dragons still slumbering beneath the waves, their scaled backs forming the very islands around us. This myth isn't just a children's story, it's the spiritual heartbeat of this place. A powerful narrative of protection, creation, and divine connection that resonates deeply with everyone who calls this bay home. It's a story whispered on the winds and reflected in the tranquil, jade-green waters. But the magic of Halong Bay isn't confined to legend. Beneath the surface of these captivating myths lies a human story that is just as profound, stretching back thousands upon thousands of years. This isn't just a dragon's lair, it's one of the cradles of ancient Vietnamese civilization. Archaeologists have unearthed fascinating evidence of prehistoric human life here, from the Soinu culture around 18,000 years ago to the Halong culture, which flourished about 4,500 years ago. Imagine early humans navigating these same waterways in simple wooden boats, their voices echoing off the very same cliffs. These limestone karsts weren't just beautiful, they were essential for survival. The countless caves that honeycombed the islands, like the famous Thien Kung or Heavenly Palace Cave, provided shelter from the elements. The intricate maze of islands created natural, protected harbors, offering a safe haven from storms and a strategic advantage against would-be invaders. The bay itself was a bountiful pantry, teeming with fish, shellfish, and other marine life that sustained these early communities for generations. These ancient inhabitants weren't just surviving, they were thriving. They developed sophisticated tool-making techniques, created beautiful pottery, and established a unique maritime culture perfectly adapted to this aquatic world. They were the first to truly understand the rhythm of the tides, the secrets of the currents, and the bounty hidden within these waters. The deep bond between the people and the bay was forged in these early millennia, a relationship built on respect, reliance, and a profound understanding of the natural world. As centuries turned into millennia, Halong Bay's strategic importance grew. Its protected waterways didn't just shelter fishing boats, they became a vital artery for trade and a critical line of defense. The bay has been the stage for some of the most pivotal moments in Vietnamese history. Picture this. It's the 13th century, and the mighty Mongol Empire, having conquered much of Asia, sets its sights on Vietnam. The Bac Dang River, which flows into the Halong area, becomes the site of a legendary naval battle. The brilliant Vietnamese general, Tran Ông Dao, studied the bay's unique tidal patterns. He ordered his soldiers to plant massive, iron-tipped wooden stakes, hidden just beneath the water's surface at low tide. As the massive Mongol fleet sailed in, confident in their numbers, General Tran lured them into his trap. When the tide began to recede, the Vietnamese forces launched their counterattack. The retreating Mongol ships were impaled on the hidden stakes, trapped and helpless. It was a decisive and ingenious victory, a testament to the Vietnamese people's ability to use their knowledge of this unique landscape to defend their homeland. The bay wasn't just a backdrop, it was an active participant in its own defense. This history is not just in books, it's all around you when you're here. The echoes of these naval battles still seem to linger in the quiet channels. The spirit of those ancient fishing communities lives on in the floating villages, where families continue to live their lives on the water, a tradition passed down through countless generations. Fishermen still cast their nets in the same waters, their faces weathered by the same sun and sea salt as their ancestors. So, as we sail through this breathtaking seascape, we're not just tourists admiring a view, we are time travelers. Floating through a living museum, we are tracing the paths of dragons and the wakes of ancient mariners. We are witnessing the convergence of myth and reality, where fantastical stories of celestial guardians merge seamlessly with the tangible evidence of human resilience and ingenuity. Halong Bay teaches us that a place can be two things at once. It can be a realm of the imagination, where dragons sleep beneath the waves, and a very real, very human place, where people have lived, loved, fought, and thrived for tens of thousands of years. It's a landscape where every island tells a story, every cave holds a secret, and the water itself whispers the long, rich, and unbroken history of Vietnam. It is both a legend and a living testament to the enduring spirit of its people. They say some places are so beautiful, they must be the work of legends. But what if the legend is real, and the history even more incredible? Welcome to Halong Bay, a place where dragons are said to sleep and mountains rise from the sea. Look around you. These limestone giants, some soaring hundreds of meters high, aren't just breathtaking scenery. They are monuments to time itself, sculpted over millions of years. It's hard to imagine that this entire bay was once the floor of an ancient ocean. For ages, layers of coral and sediment built up, one on top of the other, pressing down, compacting, until powerful forces deep within the earth pushed them up towards the sky. And then, the artists got to work. Not people, but the tireless trio of water, wind, and time. They carved and chiseled these massive blocks of stone into the fantasy landscape we see today. Every spire, every arch, every hidden cave and sheer cliff tells a story of the earth, its incredible patience and power. The name, Halong, translates to descending dragon. The local legend is one of the most beautiful origin stories you'll ever hear. It is said that when Vietnam was newly formed and under threat from invaders sailing in from the sea, the Jade Emperor sent a mother dragon and her children to help defend the land. These celestial dragons descended from the heavens, spitting out countless jewels that transformed into the thousands of islands and islets you see dotting the bay. These emerald jewels formed a great wall, a natural fortress that shattered the enemy ships to pieces. After their victory, the dragons were so captivated by the beauty of this earthly paradise, they decided to stay, making the bay their eternal home. The place where the mother dragon descended is what we now call Halong, and where her children landed is known as by Halong Bay. It's a powerful myth, but what's amazing is how it mirrors the reality of this place. For centuries, this labyrinth of islands has been a strategic defense for the Vietnamese people. Historians tell us that this very bay has witnessed 3 major naval battles against foreign invaders. Each time, with the Vietnamese forces using the complex terrain to their advantage, much like the dragons in the legend. General Tran Hung Tao famously planted iron-tipped wooden stakes in the Bach Dang riverbed, a tributary of the bay, to sink the Mongol fleet in the 13th century. It's a place where myth and documented history are not so different. The dragons may be legend, but the spirit of protection and the ingenious use of this landscape are absolutely real. Look closer at the rock faces. You can see the layers, the lines that mark the passage of millennia. Each groove is a sentence, each cave a chapter in a geological epic. Inside these karsts, a hidden world awaits. Tien Kun Kabe, or the Heavenly Palace, is a perfect example. Step inside, and you're transported into a cathedral of stone, filled with stalactites and stalagmites that glitter like diamonds. Local guides will point out shapes in the rock that resemble characters from the dragon legend: a giant dragon, an eagle, a lioness. If the story has been etched directly into the stone by nature herself, it's here, in the cool, echoing darkness, that you feel the true fusion of imagination and reality. Is it just a rock, or is it the fossilized form of a mythical creature? In Halong Bay, the line is beautifully blurred. But the bay is not a museum. It's a living, breathing community. For generations, people have built their lives on the water. Floating villages, complete with schools, shops, and homes, bob gently in the sheltered coves. These communities are a testament to human resilience and adaptation. They live in harmony with the rhythm of the tides, their lives as intertwined with the water as the limestone karsts are with the bay's history. They are the keepers of the bay's stories, the descendants of those who have navigated these waters for centuries. Their connection to this place is profound. It's not just their home, it's their identity. They see the dragons not as myths, but as guardians, a sacred presence that watches over them. This incredible landscape is constantly changing. The same forces of wind and water that created it are still at work, slowly reshaping the islands. A small crack today could become a massive arch in 1,000 years. This is a dynamic environment, a reminder that the world is always in a state of creation. It makes you feel incredibly small, but also part of something immense and ancient. Standing on a boat in the middle of the bay, surrounded by these silent, green-clad giants, you can almost feel the pulse of the earth. You can hear the whispers of the past on the breeze and imagine the flick of a dragon's tail just beneath the emerald water. Halong Bay is more than just a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's a masterpiece co-authored by nature and time, with chapters written by myth and humanity. It has a place that teaches us that the most fantastic stories might just be the ones the earth itself tells, if we only take the time to listen. The dragons of the bay might be made of legend, but the magic they represent, the power, the beauty, the enduring spirit is as real as the rock beneath our feet and the water that cradles us. We're venturing into the heart of a geological masterpiece, a place where the earth tells its own story in stone and sea, the legendary Halong Bay. Prepare to be mesmerized as we uncover the secrets of this UNESCO World Heritage Site, a landscape sculpted over 500 million years of history. As our boat glides across the emerald waters, you can feel a sense of tranquility wash over you. The air is fresh, carrying the scent of salt and ancient stone. All around us, nearly 2,000 limestone karsts and islets rise majestically from the sea, each one a unique sculpture carved by the patient hands of wind and water. These aren't just rocks. They are the remnants of a world that existed long before us, a testament to the immense power and artistry of nature. The local legends say that these islands were formed by a great dragon descending from the heavens. Halong literally means descending dragon. The story goes that this celestial being spat out jewels and jade, which formed the islands to protect the Vietnamese people from invaders. As we navigate through this labyrinth of giants, it's easy to see how such myths were born. There's a palpable magic here, a feeling that you've stepped into a realm of fantasy. Look over there. See how the morning mist clings to the peaks of the karsts, like soft white shawls. It creates an ethereal, dreamlike atmosphere. The silence is profound, broken only by the gentle lapping of waves against our boat and the distant call of a seabird. This is a place that invites you to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to simply be present. Every angle offers a new, breathtaking vista, a living postcard that no camera can truly capture. Now, we're approaching one of the bay's hidden treasures, its incredible cave systems. Let's step out of the sunlight and into a subterranean world of wonder. Inside, it feels as though we've entered a natural cathedral. Look up. Stalactites hang from the ceiling like immense, otherworldly. When our torchlight catches their crystalline surfaces, they glimmer and sparkle, casting dancing shadows on the walls. It's a dazzling display, millions of years in the making. Down below, notice the small, still pools of water. They are so clear and undisturbed that they perfectly reflect the cave's ceiling, creating a flawless mirror image. It's a dizzying, beautiful illusion, a world within a world. You're looking at stalactites above you and simultaneously growing up from the watery floor below. These formations are created by the slow, patient drip of mineral-rich water, each drop adding an infinitesimal layer over centuries. Standing airy, you can almost feel the pulse of geological time. As we emerge back into the light, let's turn our attention to the incredible biodiversity that thrives in this seemingly harsh environment. Halong Bay is not just stone and water, it's a living, breathing ecosystem. Look closely at the cliffs. See the vibrant green moss clinging tenaciously to the vertical rock faces. It paints the stone with life. And if you listen carefully, you might hear the chirping of birds. Many have built their nests in hidden crevices, finding sanctuary high above the water. This bay is a haven for life in its most resilient forms. In secluded, sheltered spots, you might even be lucky enough to spot rare, native orchids blooming. These delicate flowers finding a foothold in the tiniest cracks, are a beautiful symbol of how life persists and flourishes even in the most unlikely places. Nature here is a delicate balance, at once fragile in its individual components, yet indomitable in its collective spirit. It's a powerful reminder of the resilience of our planet. The true artistry of Halong Bay is in its textures, a sensory feast for anyone who pays attention. Run your hand over the surface of the rock. Feel the rough, weathered limestone that tells the story of millennia of erosion. Watch the gentle, hypnotic ripple of the water as our boat moves through it. Observe the constant interplay of shadow and light as the sun moves across the sky, transforming the landscape from one moment to the next. The shadows lengthen, carving out new shapes, revealing details that were hidden just moments before. These geological processes, which can seem so abstract in a textbook, become poetic here. What you're seeing is the result of chemical weathering. Rainwater, which is slightly acidic, has slowly dissolved the limestone over eons, carving out these caves, arches, and towering pillars. The entire bay is a dynamic, ongoing process of creation and destruction, a living museum of Earth's history. It's not a static monument, it's a world in constant, slow-motion transformation. As our journey continues, we'll visit a floating village, home to families who have lived on these waters for generations. Their lives are interwoven with the rhythm of the tides and the moods of the bay. They are the human element of this story, the guardians of its traditions. Seeing their colorful floating homes, the schools, and the markets all bobbing on the water is a humbling experience. It's a testament to human adaptability and our deep connection to the natural world. Their culture is as much a part of Halong Bay as the limestone karsts. They navigate these waters with an expertise passed down through generations. Their lives a beautiful harmony with their environment. Engaging with them, even with just a smile and a wave, adds a rich, human dimension to this epic, natural landscape. It reminds us that this isn't just a tourist destination. It's a home, a provider, and a sacred place. As the sun begins to set, Halong Bay undergoes its most dramatic transformation. The sky ignites in hues of orange, pink, and purple, casting a warm, golden glow over the entire seascape. The silhouettes of the karsts stand out in stark, dark relief against the vibrant sky. The water becomes a canvas, reflecting the fiery colors of the sunset. This is the golden hour, and it's a moment of pure, unadulterated magic. There are no words to adequately describe the feeling of witnessing this. It's a moment of profound peace and awe. Halong Bay is more than just a beautiful place to visit. It is a profound experience that connects you to the deep history of our planet and the enduring power of nature. It's a living record of Earth's story, written in stone, shaped by water, and brought to life by the flora and fauna that call it home. It challenges our sense of scale and time, reminding us that we are just a small part of a much grander narrative. Beyond the towering limestone karsts and the emerald green waters that have made it a world wonder, Halong Bay holds a secret, a story not of rock and water, but of people. This is the story of a vibrant human tapestry, woven from the lives of those who have called these waters home for generations. For centuries, life here has followed a different rhythm, one dictated by the moon and the tides. Floating villages, like tiny, self-contained worlds, drift gently across the bay. These are not just houses, they are communities, homes perched on sturdy wooden stilts or anchored securely to clusters of ancient limestone pillars. As we glide closer, the symphony of daily life begins to unfold. The gentle sway of fishing nets drying in the sun, the soft creak of wooden boats rocking in the water, the distant, joyful shouts of children playing on their floating playgrounds. Here, the water is everything. It is the highway, the backyard, the provider, and the very foundation of home. Every family's existence is intrinsically bound to the ebb and flow of the tides, a connection that runs deeper than any anchor. To truly understand this life, we must step into their world, and our journey begins before the first light of dawn paints the sky. Long before the tourist boats begin their daily ballet, the floating villages are already awake. We're with the Nguyen family. Mr. Nguyen His hands, weathered by years of hard work, expertly navigates his small sampan through the quiet morning mist. He's a fisherman, like his father and his grandfather before him. With a practiced motion, he casts his net into the dark water, a graceful arc that disappears with a soft splash. It's a gamble every morning, a hope casts into the deep. His wife prepares a simple breakfast over a small stove on their floating porch, the aroma of rice and grilled fish mingling with the salty air. Their children, still sleepy, help sort the previous day's catch. It's a life of hard work. Yes, but it's also a life of profound unity, where every member of the family plays a crucial role in their shared survival and prosperity. They don't just work together, they live together, sharing every triumph and every challenge on this boundless, leaky frontier. The bay's bounty isn't limited to what swims freely in its waters. Tucked away in more secluded lagoons, we find another kind of harvest, one that requires immense patience and a delicate touch. This is the world of the pearl farmers. We watch as a young woman named Lynn gently retrieves a line of oysters from the sea. Her movements are meticulous, almost surgical. With a specialized tool, she carefully opens each oyster, her eyes scanning for the hidden gem within. This isn't a simple treasure hunt, it's a science and an art form passed down through generations. The process begins years earlier, when a tiny bead is carefully implanted into the oyster. From 10 on, it's a waiting game. The farmers must protect their oysters from predators and disease, constantly monitoring the water quality. For Lynn, each pearl is more than just a beautiful object. It's the culmination of years of dedication, a testament to the symbiotic relationship between human hands and the mysterious processes of nature. Finding a perfect, lustrous pearl brings a smile to her face. A quiet moment of victory that represents security for her family, and a continuation of a proud tradition. As the sun climbs higher, the bay transforms. The morning's solitude gives way to a gentle buzz of activity. Women in conical hats row their boats from house to house, selling fresh vegetables, fruit, and household necessities from their floating shops. It's a mobile marketplace, a vibrant social hub where news is exchanged and friendships are real. Laughter echoes across the water as neighbors share a joke or bargain good-naturedly. For the children, the entire bay is their playground. They learn to swim before they can walk, diving off their porches with fearless abandon. They race their small rowboats, their laughter a constant, joyful soundtrack to life in the village. Their school is also floating, a bright yellow structure bobbing gently, where they learn not only reading and writing, but also a deep respect for the environment that sustains them. They are the next generation, their hearts already tethered to this unique way of life. Life on the water builds a community unlike any other. Here, your neighbor isn't just someone who lives next door. They are your lifeline. When a storm rolls in, it is the community that works together to secure the boats and homes. When a family faces hardship, it is the neighbors who share their food and offer support without a second thought. This deep sense of interdependence creates an unbreakable bond, a powerful sense of belonging. In the evenings, as the day's work is done and the tourist boats have returned to port, a special kind of magic settles over the floating villages. Families gather on their porches, the soft glow of a single lantern illuminating their faces. This is the time for storytelling. Grandparents, their faces a beautiful map of a life lived on the water, share tales of the bay's past. They speak of legendary sea creatures, of mythical origins for the limestone islands, and of their own ancestors who first dared to build a life on the sea. These stories are more than just entertainment. They are oral histories, a way of passing down knowledge, values, and a sense of identity from one generation to the next. Through these tales, the children learn about the spirit of the bay, about resilience, and about their own place in this long, unbroken chain. The stories connect them to their roots, grounding them in a shared history that is as deep and vast as the waters surrounding them. It's in these quiet, intimate moments that the true soul of Halong Bay is revealed, not in its geology, but in its genealogy. But this traditional way of life, so beautifully preserved for centuries, now faces the currents of change. The modern world is lapping at the edges of their floating homes. Many of the younger generation are drawn to the opportunities on the mainland, seeking education and careers beyond fishing and pearl farming. The government has also initiated programs to move families ashore, citing concerns about environmental impact and access to better sanitation and healthcare. It's a complex issue, filled with both promise and poignant loss. While life on land offers modern conveniences and stability, it also means leaving behind a culture and a community that cannot be replicated anywhere else. For the elders, the thought of leaving the water is like being uprooted from the only soil they have ever known. They worry that their traditions, their stories, and their unique connection to the bay will fade away once they are no longer lived day in and day out. The future of Halong Bay's floating villages hangs in a delicate balance, caught between the pull of tradition and the push of progress. As our day in Halong Bay comes to an end, the setting sun casts a golden glow over the water, silhouetting the karsts and the floating homes. The rhythm of life begins to slow. The fishermen secure their boats. The last of the children's laughter fades into the twilight, and the lanterns on the porches begin to flicker on, one by one, like stars rising from the sea. We've witnessed a life of resilience, of community, and of a profound harmony with nature. The people of Halong Bay are the keepers of its soul, the living heart of this natural wonder. Their story is a powerful reminder that a place is defined not just by its landscape, but by the lives that are lived within it, the stories that are told, and the spirit that endures. They are not just living on the bay, they are a part of it. Their destinies intertwined with every rise and fall of the tide. In the heart of the Gulf of Tonkin lies a realm where myth and reality intertwine, a landscape sculpted by time and tide. This is Halong Bay, a name that translates to descending dragon. Legend tells of a great dragon sent by the gods to protect Vitnam from invaders. The dragon spat jewels and jade, which formed the thousands of limestone karsts and isles that now dot these emerald waters, creating a natural fortress against the sea. As we drift through this labyrinth of stone, it's easy to feel the presence of that ancient, mythical protector. But Halong Bay is more than just a legend. It's a living record of Earth's history, a geological masterpiece millions of years in the making. Let your eyes trace the rough, weathered surfaces of these towering pillars. Each crevice, each striation tells a story. These limestone formations began their journey over 500 million years ago, deep beneath an ancient sea. Over eons, tectonic shifts pushed the seabed upward, exposing it to the elements. Rain, wind, and the relentless kiss of the waves carved and chiseled the rock, creating the breathtaking towers and hidden caves we see today. The interplay of shadow and light on these karsts is a constant dance, revealing new shapes and secrets with every passing hour. This isn't just a place to visit, it's a geological poem, written over millennia. For the people who call this bay home, the water is not just a backdrop, it is their lifeblood, their highway, and their provider. Welcome to a floating village, a community that rises and falls with the tide. Here, life moves at a different rhythm. The day begins before the sun even graces the horizon, with the gentle lapping of water against the hulls of houseboats. Fishermen, their faces etched with the stories of the sea, ready their nets. Their movements are a practiced art, passed down through generations. They understand the bay's moods, the subtle shifts in the current, the secret spots where the fish gather. Their connection to this environment is profound, a symbiotic relationship built on respect and necessity. Look closer at the details of daily life. A woman tends to her floating garden, a small patch of green that provides fresh vegetables amidst a world of blue. Children, as comfortable on a boat as they are on land, laugh and play, their small sampans gliding effortlessly between homes. A family gathers for a meal on their porch, the aroma of freshly cooked seafood mingling with the salty air. These aren't just routines. They are rituals that affirm their deep bond with the bay. There's a powerful resilience here, a quiet joy found in simple moments, and a profound understanding that their survival and the health of the bay are one and the same. Through their eyes, Halong Bay transforms from a stunning landscape into a living, breathing world, rich with human spirit. Beneath the surface of these tranquil waters lies another world, a vibrant ecosystem teeming with life. The bay's unique geography, with its sheltered coves and calm waters, creates a perfect nursery for countless marine species. The limestone karsts extend deep below, forming complex underwater structures that provide shelter for fish, crustaceans, and mollusks. This is a crucial habitat for biodiversity, a delicate web of life that sustains both the natural environment and the local communities. The fishermen's nets bring in a bounty that speaks to the richness of these waters, but they know that this generosity is not infinite. Sustainable practices are not a modern concept here. They are an ancient tradition, a wisdom born from a deep understanding that to take too much is to endanger their own future. As the sun begins its descent, it paints the sky in hues of orange, pink, and gold, casting a magical glow over the entire bay. The limestone pillars become dark silhouettes against the fiery canvas. This is the golden hour, a time of serene beauty and quiet reflection. The day's work is done, and the floating villages begin to settle for the night. The gentle hum of generators fades, replaced by the soft murmur of conversations and the distant call of a seabird. Lanterns flicker to life, their warm light dancing on the water, creating a constellation of man-made stars on the dark, glassy surface. It's a moment of pure tranquility, where the boundary between heaven and earth seems to dissolve. It's in these quiet moments that you can truly feel the soul of Halong Bay, a place where nature's grandeur and human resilience exist in perfect, breathtaking harmony. But the bay holds more secrets within its stone heart. We venture now into one of its many hidden caves, or grottos. Entering is like stepping into another dimension. The air grows cool and still. Inside, a cathedral of stone unfolds. Stalactites, like colossal icicles, hang from the ceiling, while stalagmites rise from the floor to meet them. Millions of years of dripping, manure-rich water have created these fantastical sculptures. Some are smooth and flowing, others sharp and jagged. With a little imagination, you can see shapes in the formations, dragons, turtles, and mythical figures from Vietnamese folklore. These caves were once shelters for ancient peoples, their walls holding the whispers of stories from a time long past. Exploring these subterranean wonders adds another layer to the bay's mystique, reminding us that its beauty runs far deeper than what is visible on the surface. As our journey continues, we notice the smaller, more intimate details that make this place so special. A lone eagle soars high above the karsts, its sharp eyes scanning the waters below. A family of monkeys chatters playfully on a cliffside, their acrobatic movements a delight to watch. The bay is a sanctuary for a diverse range of flora and fauna, many of which are unique to this specific ecosystem. Rare orchids and ancient cicads cling to the limestone cliffs, surviving in the most improbable of places. This biodiversity is a fragile treasure. Efforts in conservation are crucial to protecting this unique natural heritage, ensuring that future generations can also marvel at the wild inhabitants of this incredible landscape. It's a reminder that we are merely visitors in a world that has thrived for millennia, and we have a responsibility to tread lightly. As night falls completely, the bay takes on a different personality. Under the vast, star-studded sky, the silence is profound, broken only by the gentle sound of water. This is when the legends feel most real, when the spirit of the dragon seems to glide through the dark, silent karsts. For the people in the floating villages, it's a time for rest and for storytelling, for passing down the oral histories that keep their culture and their connection to this place alive. The stories they tell are not just of dragons and gods, but of ancestors, of hardship, and of the enduring spirit of their community. They are tales woven from the very fabric of Halong Bay. As our journey comes to an end and we sail back towards the shore, we carry with us more than just photographs. We carry the feeling of the sea breeze, the image of the sun setting over the karsts, and the sound of life in the floating villages. Halong Bay is a destination that touches the soul. It challenges our sense of scale and time, and it connects us to the raw, untamed beauty of the natural world and the incredible resilience of the human spirit. It's a reminder that some places are more than just beautiful, they are sacred. We hope this journey has inspired you and given you a deeper appreciation for this natural wonder of the world. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more adventures. We'd love to hear about your own experiences or dreams of visiting Halong Bay in the comments below. Have you ever stood in a place so ancient, so powerful that you could almost feel the whispers of the past on the wind. This is not just a landscape of breathtaking beauty. It is a spiritual sanctuary, a place where nature and faith have been intertwined for centuries. Look around you. Nestled within these towering limestone cliffs, hidden away on remote islands, are sacred caves, ancient temples, and serene pagodas. For generations, this has been a destination for pilgrims. Imagine them crossing these very waters in small boats, their hearts full of hope, carrying offerings for the gods and ancestors. Even now, you can see the fragrant smoke from incense curling towards the sky, a continuous prayer rising from the heart of the bay. These rituals, performed for centuries, are not just traditions. They are the lifeblood of this place, connecting the present to a deep and resonant past. Halong Bay is more than a natural marvel. It's a spiritual landscape. The cliffs, the caves, the islands, aren't just magnificent scenery. Think of them as vessels, containers of memory, faith, and human aspiration. Each hidden grotto might have been a shelter for ancient peoples, each temple a site of countless prayers. When you step into one of these sacred spaces, you're stepping into a story that has been unfolding for thousands of years. It's a powerful feeling, a sense of connection that transcends time. Let's pause for a moment. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Can you feel it? There's an energy here, a sacred hum that permeates the air, the water, the very rock itself. It's in the gentle lapping of the waves against the shore, in the echo of your own voice within a vast cavern, in the quiet reverence of a secluded pagoda. This is what it means to experience the soul of Halong Bay. It's an invitation to slow down, to reflect, and to connect with something much larger than ourselves. It asks us to see with more than just our eyes, but with our hearts. The spiritual character of Halong Bay is a living, breathing thing, just like the bay itself. It changes with the light, with the weather, with the seasons. It's a dynamic canvas. In the soft light of dawn, as the first rays of sun touch the tops of the karsts, the bay feels full of promise and renewal. At dusk, when the sky is painted in hues of orange and purple, a sense of profound peace settles over the water. It's a reminder that we are part of a grand, beautiful cycle, and this living canvas is constantly being repainted by the seasons. Let's travel through the year here. Imagine winter. A thick, ethereal mist blankets the waters, softening the sharp edges of the cliffs. The islands become ghostly silhouettes, floating in a sea of white. It feels like a dream world, a mythical realm where dragons might still sleep beneath the waves. The silence is profound, broken only by the distant call of a seabird or the gentle drip of water inside a cave. It's a time for introspection, a quiet, meditative season that turns the bay into a watercolor painting. Then, summer arrives, and the transformation is spectacular. The sun breaks through, its light shattering into a million sparkling diamonds across the waves. The islands, once shrouded in mist, are now vibrant and alive, carpeted in lush, emerald greenery that clings to every crevice. The bay is energized, full of life and color. The water is warm and inviting, and the air hums with the buzz of insects and the cheerful sounds of boats crisscrossing the bay. It's a season of joy and abundance, a celebration of life in all its splendor. But Halong Bay also has a wild, untamed side. During the monsoon season, the sky can turn a dramatic, moody gray, storms rolling, lashing the cliffs with wind and rain. This is when you witness the raw power of nature. Waterfalls, which are mere trickles for most of the year, become roaring cascades, pouring from the cliffs and crashing into the bay below. The sound is deafening. The sight is open. It's a powerful reminder that while this place can be serene and gentle, it is also a force of nature, constantly shaping and reshaping itself. Each season offers a different perspective, a different mood, a different story. Whether it's the ghostly quiet of a misty winter morning, the brilliant sunshine of a summer afternoon, or the dramatic power of a monsoon storm, Halong Bay is always revealing a new facet of its personality. It's a place that's never the same twice. A destination that invites you to return again and again, to witness its endless transformations. This deep connection between the spiritual, the cultural, and the natural is what makes Halong Bay truly unique. It's a place where you can explore a hidden temple in the morning, kayak through a sun-drenched lagoon in the afternoon, and watch a storm roll in at sunset. You're not just a tourist here. You are a participant in its ongoing story. You are feeling the prayers of the past and witnessing the power of the present. As our journey through the soul of Halong Bay comes to a close for today, I hope you feel that connection. I hope you see that these cliffs and caves are more than just rock formations. They are the keepers of stories, the guardians of faith. And I hope you understand that the changing seasons are not just weather patterns, but the very heartbeat of this incredible, living landscape. Halong Bay is a testament to the enduring power of both nature and the human spirit. Welcome back to our channel, where we journey to the most awe-inspiring corners of the globe. Today, we're not just exploring a place, we're delving into a realm where nature and spirit become one. We're venturing into the heart of Halong Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its emerald waters and thousands of towering limestone karsts. But beyond the picture-perfect postcards lies a deeper story, a spiritual landscape that has nurtured faith for centuries. Imagine gliding across these serene waters, the mist gently kissing the towering cliffs. This isn't just a boat ride. For countless pilgrims, it's a sacred journey. They travel across this aquatic maze, not as tourists, but as devotees, their boats laden with offerings, their hearts full of prayers. Tucked away within these ancient karsts, nestled amidst lush greenery, lie the destinations of their pilgrimage. Sacred caves, hidden temples, and venerable pagodas. These are places where the line between the natural world and the divine blurs. As we approach, the first thing you notice is the scent of incense, curling gracefully towards the sky, carrying with it the hopes and whispers of generations. These rituals, performed for centuries, are the lifeblood of Halong Bay's cultural heritage. They are a testament to an enduring connection between humanity and this extraordinary environment. The cliffs and islands aren't just a backdrop. They are active participants in a story of faith. Let's step ashore and explore one of these sacred sites. The architecture you see is a lesson in harmony. It's not grand or imposing. Instead, it feels like it grew right out of the rock. The structures are humble yet intricate, designed to complement the natural beauty, not dominate it. Wooden eaves curve gently, echoing the lines of the surrounding cliffs. Stone steps, worn smooth by the feet of countless pilgrims, lead you deeper into these sanctuaries. It's a powerful reminder that in this place, spirituality is found in coexistence, not conquest. Inside, the air is thick with reverence. Look closely at the carved statues that line the walls. Some are guardians, some are deities, some are enlightened beings. Each one, weathered by time and the salty air, tells a story of devotion and incredible artistry. Their serene expressions seem to hold the wisdom of the ages. As pilgrims light candles, the flickering flames dance across these ancient faces, creating an atmosphere that is both mystical and deeply personal. Each offering left, each prayer whispered, adds another layer to the spiritual tapestry of the cave. And then there is the sound. If you listen carefully, you might hear the soft, rhythmic chanting of monks. Their voices, a continuous, melodic hum, seem to become part of the very stone itself. The sound reverberates against the cave walls, blending with the gentle lapping of water at the entrance, and the whisper of the wind weaving through the rock formations. It's a symphony of nature and devotion, a sound that calms the soul and connects you to the timeless pulse of this place. This auditory experience is as integral to the spiritual journey as the visual splendor. This is the essence of Halong Bay that many visitors miss. The bay is not just a geological marvel or a historical site. It is a living, breathing spiritual landscape. The cliffs, the caves, and the islands are not mere scenery to be photographed. They are vessels of memory, faith, and human aspiration. They are the silent keepers of stories, the guardians of tradition, and the physical embodiment of a profound spiritual connection that has spanned centuries. Think about it. Each grotto that shelters a small shrine, each peak that locals believe is a sleeping dragon, holds a piece of this collective soul. The geography and the mythology are inseparable. To understand Halong Bay, you must understand that the physical form of this place, its dramatic cliffs and hidden caves, is the very canvas upon which its cultural and spiritual heritage has been painted. They are two sides of the same coin, intertwined and inseparable. For the people who live here and for the pilgrims who journey here, these waters are sacred ground. The bay provides not only physical sustenance through fishing, but also spiritual nourishment. It's a place of reflection, of prayer, of connecting with ancestors and with the divine. The daily rituals, the annual festivals, all revolve around this unique relationship with the bay's islands and waters. The spiritual energy here is palpable, a quiet but powerful force that you can feel in the air. So, the next time you see a photograph of Halong Bay, or perhaps if you're lucky enough to visit, I encourage you to look beyond the stunning beauty. Look for the tendrils of incense smoke, listen for the distant echo of a temple bell, and imagine the centuries of prayers that have been absorbed by these ancient stones. You'll discover that Halong Bay is more than just a wonder of the world. It's a sanctuary for the human spirit. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the heart of Halong Bay. The stories of these families are a vital part of our world's shared heritage. If you are moved by their lives and want to see more stories that explore the rich tapestry of human culture, please consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification bell. Your support allows us to continue bringing these important narratives to light. We'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever visited a floating village? What did you find most inspiring about the people of Halong Bay? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.